Welcome everybody to our Rock Stars on the Call series number 2. So almost, I hope everybody was on the call last week or was able to listen to the playback that we provided right after the call, because we had tasks to do. A couple things that you were asked to do is kind of reach outside of your comfort zone and do some things that maybe you didn't feel so comfortable doing, asking people when you didn't really know what they were going to say. And we asked you all to keep a contact log and to reach out to 30 people a day over the week. So who here, drop in the chat, who here has their 30 contacts a day? Show me if y'all have one on hand that you have in front of you. Show me your contact list. I know some people were keeping them on a spreadsheet or digitally or whatever. So we're seeing that Jessica kept hers, Lauren, Jeannie, Mary, Lisa Joe kept did her 30 contacts a day. Congratulations. She didn't do, one says she didn't do 30 contacts a day, but she did get some, and today was 15. So congratulations. I'm going to take 15 because it's way more than 0, right? And we got to start somewhere. Holly said she missed a day, but she got it otherwise. Holly, congratulations. That's 6 days out of 7. Congratulations. I think I'll take that as a win. Julie got hers, and Tom said honestly she didn't do 30 every day, but she booked 12 parties.
Nice.
What? So she has some good success rate there. She didn't even have to send out 30 every day, but hey, I'm gonna call that a win. 12 parties. Debbie did some, Sherry did some, but she missed a couple days. Listen, I am proud of each of you for putting in the effort and trying it. And get it and give up. You're back on the call today. So I'm going to call that a win, and give everybody give yourself a pat on the back for doing that. And now I want you to tell me in the chat who has booked 4 shows. Who booked 4 new August shows since last week? Jeannie did. Congratulations. Jessica did. Stacy. Anybody else? Carol. Jackie said she didn't get any bookings, but she got a recruit. Win. I'm gonna call that a win. So we're gonna keep working on getting some more bookings, but we're gonna help a new consultant get started. Lauren says she has 6. Carrie, oh my goodness, they're all coming up. Okay, so who has booked 8 shows since last week? Tell me if you got 8 shows. Holly got 5 bookings and a team member. Whoop, whoop. Jeannie did her first project broadcast. That is so exciting. Carrie has 8 bookings. Mary has 8 bookings. Anybody else have 8 bookings since last week? Mary has 10. All right.
I have to go back and count mine.
If you all got more than 8, put your number in the chat. If you have more than 8 new bookings for August that you scheduled since last week. Carrie got 12. That is so exciting. All right. So last week we just talked about why we want to book, why it's important to us to be successful with Pampered Chef. And we talked about a couple little things that you can do in your business in order to get bookings. But today I want to focus more on things we can do to get bookings and the type of shows we can do. I think a lot of times we tend to get something in our brain and we stick with it. So I train my new consultants to do a virtual party, you know, when they're new, and that's how I do my shows. I do a party. I set it up on a Thursday. I have the host invite Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We start the party fun on Monday and it goes through Saturday. Okay, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, there's post, all the things about the party, right? Videos, pictures, recipes, games, all of the things. And so we tend to think that's how we have to book shows. Do you know So that's not the only way we can do shows. There are so many options out there for us. Okay, so let's talk about a couple different kinds of shows that we can do. First of all, no one said you have to do a 7-day party. That's just what we've done that we found success in. But there are some consultants that do a 3-day party. 3 days posting on Facebook. Then they're wrapping it up. There are some people that do a 1-day party. Post all day. Another day or two just of ordering. That's it. We have even done a 1-hour Facebook party, right? So let's think about why would that be beneficial? A 1-hour party, people are busy. Summertime, people getting their last vacations in. School's even starting, we're starting school in less than like 10 days, I think. I can't even believe it. So we have all this stuff going on. And when you're talking to people about a show, in their mind, they're thinking, oh, Jennifer always does a week-long show. We don't have to do a week-long show because Tammy says, oh, I just don't have time for that. And I'll say, you know what, Tammy, I have a 1-hour show that will be so much fun. You and your friends are going to love it. Okay. Has anybody ever heard of a 15-minute party? We did those a while back very successfully. 15-minute party. We call them express shows. They're all done through Messenger, Facebook Messenger. You could even do it on a text set. You have your host set up a texting group through her phone. So there's people that are not on Facebook. We don't have to do a Facebook party. Right? So the 15-minute party is a lot of fun. Oh my gosh. I've done those. I go through like seasons where I do bulk batches of them. And whenever I'm trying something out, I always do it with me as the host. And then I test it with my friends, family, customers, all my VIPs, whatever. I invite everybody to come join along. So the first 15-minute party I did, I was testing it out. I'm going to pull up my stats. Hopefully I can get them pulled up while I'm talking to you on the phone. So I did a 15-minute party and I had 40 people join. Okay. So I was just messaging, hey, I'm doing this fun express show. Who wants to join me? Let's see how this goes. So I had 40 people that told me they wanted to join. So I put 40 people in a messenger chat, and then we're going to start at 8 o'clock. Okay. Whatever time you want to do, but we did 8 o'clock. And so I would give them an hour alert. Oh, we're going to start in an hour. Finish up your dinner. I'll see you at 8 o'clock. And then I did a 15-minute warning. We're starting in 15 minutes. Hurry up. Let's get ready. Get your fingers ready. You're going to see all kinds of great tools. And then we did a 2-minute warning, and then we started the party at 8 o'clock. And I have a document that I will share with you, but I copied and pasted. Copy, pasted, copy, pasted. It showcases, I believe, 7 of our most popular products. And then at the end of the 15 minutes, I give them the ordering link, and I do a giveaway for everybody that places their order that evening. But I also keep the ordering link open the next day for those people that maybe they couldn't get on live at 8 o'clock, but they're still in that group. And then I had people ordering that next day as well. So here's my stats for that. So I had 43 people join. They were so excited. They were all chatting back and forth before 8 o'clock came. Like the whole day, from the time I put them in that chat group together, they're like, oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I can't wait till this starts. And they're all back and forth. And then at the 1 hour mark, like they were sitting on their phones chatting the whole hour waiting for this party to start. I couldn't even keep up with their comments because I would post something and then they were all like, oh my gosh, I have that. Oh, I need that. Tell me more about that. And they were asking me questions. I was like, well, I can't even answer questions because I got to post this next thing. So then 11 people purchased. I got 8 bookings, all from one 15-minute show, and I had $1,100 in sales. Most of the people ordered that evening, but a couple ordered the next day that couldn't be on at 8 o'clock. So that is very successful. It took me 15 minutes. 15 minutes of posting, but then I took 15 minutes after to kind of go through and answer any questions that they were giving me as I was trying to post, because there's no way I could post and answer questions all at the same time. Now that we have Project Broadcast, that's a whole new element that could even save more time. So I'm excited to maybe try something like that. So no one says you have to do a full week show. You can do whatever works for you in your business and whatever you like the most. So some people like 3-day parties, some people like 1 hour, 1 day, whatever. Now there also is something completely off of Facebook, a text party, right? The same concept idea of you having a host and you're given a host and ordering link, and they're going to take about a week sending that ordering link out to friends. Now, during that week, I'm giving them things every day that they can do. Email your friends. If you're on other social medias, you can post your link on there. Text your friends. Here's Wednesday. Here's a reminder you can send your friends. Hey, did you have a chance to look at the catalog, whatever? And then Friday's reminder. So I'm giving them little steps throughout that week to keep them engaged with their party, even though it's not on Facebook. And then of course we have table parties. So that is definitely a big hit with a lot of consultants, is doing everything completely off Facebook and getting into table parties. So that you could try as well. There's really good training on Dash for that. Okay, so that's the type of parties that we could do, but let's think kind of outside of the box. Not only do we have host reward parties, but we could we have other options. I mean, typically you have one host, they earn all the rewards, and that's it. But do you all know we have shared rewards parties? And several people, may have heard of that, but not really know what that means. Well, that means that there's not one person that gets discounts, but everyone that places an order gets a discount on their order. So say we have 46 people on this call tonight. If all 46 people placed an order, everybody gets a discount. And it doesn't matter if Steve and Wendy order on day 1 and it is only showing a small percentage. By the end of the show, Steve and Wendy get the same discount as everybody else. And as people order and the sales increase, so do the discounts. So the discounts for those parties go anywhere from 5% at a $200 party to 25% off of a $1,000 party. And so there may be people, you may come across hosts that say, well, I really don't need anything. I have a lot of Pampered Chef. I think I'm good. Well, Holly, I bet a lot of your friends may not have Pampered Chef. What if you hosted a show where all of your friends got their Pampered Chef on sale? Okay, so you have the shared rewards party. We also have done things called mystery host parties. You might have done one of those before. So typically with the mystery host party, I'm in charge of it as the host, and I'm inviting all my customers, guests, friends, anybody I can gather together in the party. But the whole premise of that party is that I'm going to give away the host rewards. One lucky person in that show is going to win all the host rewards. If you were invited to a direct sales party and they said that you had a chance to win all the host rewards, how likely would you be to buy something? You mean all I had to do is place $25 order and I have a chance to win all the rewards? Okay, I'll do that. Oh, and you're saying if I place a $50 order, I get 2 entries, or if I place a $75 order, I get 3 entries, right? So upping the stakes based on activities that they do in the party. So and again, this is your business, your show, you do it however you want to, but typically when I do a mystery host party, I do one entry for people that purchase. Okay. Now, there are people that join in the party. I don't really put them in the drawing for the mystery host just for joining the party. I'm going to have a party participation prize that's separate. So they get in the party participation prize. That's going to be for a spatula or something big, no big deal. So by joining the party, participating in the party, they're getting into a one product giveaway. But when they order, they get an entry into the host rewards. When they order larger amounts at whatever amount you want to put there, so one order of any size, one entry. $50, you get another entry. $100, you get another entry. I mean, however you want that to look. Then when they book a show, they get 5 entries. So you're going to increase the things that you want to happen in your party. You're giving them more chances to win that way. How about having friends invite their friends into your party, right? Doing giveaways for that, extra little bonuses, things that you want repeated, you recognize for, you do giveaways for. So mystery host parties typically go really well because people love winning free stuff. So I highly recommend, if you have not done one of those, get on it because people love free stuff. All right, so we also do bridal showers. Might know anybody's getting married soon. Lots of people, lots of people. This is a very high wedding couple months. I think probably now through the end of the year, we're seeing lots of weddings. A bridal shower is awesome, whether you do it in person, you do it online, whatever. Everybody that you know that's getting married should be setting up a wedding registry with you. Guess what? Brides register for everything. Every company that's out there, they're going to register for Vogue, Neiman Marcus. I don't even know all the stores that whatever. They need to be registering online, doing a wish list with you. Now, the difference in a registry and a bridal shower is the registry is it's open. So say Jeannie's getting married, she can go in and she can register on my website. It's linked to me. And when anybody buys something off of Jeannie's registry, it comes, like, I am the consultant, so I do make commission on that. However, every order is separate. Where when you do a bridal shower, it links it together, so every purchase adds up the host rewards for free stuff for that bride. Okay. And then I do run a bridal shower just like I run a typically show that is bridal themed, but I still do my regular posts. I still do all my booking posts. And then I have, the wish list in there for the bride. So all of that I talk about. And then my hosts earn free stuff just like a host do. I mean, like a regular host does. So that's definitely an option. And what about fundraisers? There is always somebody needing money for something. I mean, you can scroll through Facebook and you could find a handful of people that could use money for something, right? Whether it's a church raising money for missions or new buildings or a kid's playground, I don't even know. There are schools, bands, ball teams, preschools, Relay for Life, Cancer Society. There's people, so many things. There are people that are looking to adopt and they need to get some funds that way. There are people, I've done personal fundraisers, so whether it's to pay medical bills or maybe have, children are going to youth camp, or I don't know. I mean, there's always somebody that's looking money for something, and we can help them do that with a Pampered Chef fundraiser. And again, just like with the mystery host, people are more inclined to buy when they know it's going for something exciting. So whether they're winning the mystery host things or they know it's going towards a good cause, they're more likely to order. Okay. You know, the fall will be here before we know it. And I don't know if anybody ever goes to those fall church bazaars, or there are tons of bazaars happening. We are more than allowed to set up booths at vendor fairs. We could set them up at church functions, anywhere that lets us set up a table and sell our products, we can do that. And that is an amazing way to make new contacts. I used to do vendor fairs all the time. When I was a newer consultant, I would look through, well, back then it was the newspaper. Now we don't have to look through the newspaper. We can go through social media and see, you know, what kind of functions gathering people together. And I would set up a table, and I would meet so many people that way. So I really recommend taking a peek out there and seeing who has vendor booths available. And then there's something that we've done before called Pamper a Business. Do you ever frequent a business? Maybe you go and get your hair cut at the salon. What if you were to take some brownies that you made in the mini brownie pan and a few catalogs, and you pampered the business and asked them if they would take a look at your catalog, and you could come back next week and then pick up any orders that they wanted to place, right? So they're going to feel like, oh my gosh, you just made us brownies. We need to buy something. Or I mean, there's so many ideas out there. I really want you all just thinking outside of the box. There are so many. When I was a new consultant and I was determined I was going to make this business work, I had done really well in my first 6 months of business, and then I was getting bookings, and they were rolling bookings off of whatever, and then all of a sudden I hit just a dead spot. And I had no bookings. So I was sitting there thinking, am I going to make this work? Like, do I just want to let it go because I don't have any bookings? Or am I going to do something about it? Am I going to figure out how to make this business work? And I thought, you know, I really don't like being defeated. Okay. I don't like somebody else telling me that I can't do this. And to me, me running out of bookings was somebody saying, you're not good enough to do this. Like, in my mind, I was hearing, you're failing at this. And I was not okay with that. Not okay. So I thought, you know what? I'm not going to give up just yet, because I know that people are booking Pampered Chef shows. And I know that people are ordering Pampered Chef. And I know some of y'all are thinking that right now. And some of you may even follow that up with, well, nobody has any money. The economy is tanking. People are spending all their money on gas and groceries right now. Y'all feel like that? I feel you. Do you know I just had a $600 order come in on a show? Not everybody is feeling the pressures of a tight budget. Okay, I've had multiple $100 plus orders. So there are people out there that are still buying. And I went from 0 bookings. I was the second week of July. I was sitting there looking at the next week, and I had 1 booking on my calendar. I might have talked about this last week. I only had 1 more booking. Anybody feel like that? And I could have accepted that, only 1 booking, and just ran that week with 1 booking. But you know what? I knew that other people selling Pampered Chef were getting bookings. And I know that my goal is to book 4 shows every week, no matter what. And so here I was the Wednesday before. I'm supposed to set up my shows on Wednesday. I invite my host on Thursday. Here I am on Wednesday with one booking. I had one show to set up, and I was not going to be okay with that. So I messaged and I messaged and I messaged and I messaged until I had 4 bookings. And then I continued to message because I needed some bookings for the next week and the next week. And so I continued that on. And you all, I am now booked through the end of August because I failed to accept one party. One party is not okay with me. So I changed one party into 26 parties. You can absolutely do it. And there are people out there that are willing to book you. I can't even tell you how many people told me no. I can't even tell you how many messages I sent out, how many people I asked to book a show to get 26 bookings. Do I care? No, because I got 26 bookings, y'all. I mean, you forget about the no's when you hear the yeses. You do. You really do. So you got to have your determination and you have to ask. And we were talking about passion last week and really figuring out where you fit into it and what type of party do you want to do? What do you want people to know you as? Is it, you teaching healthy meals? Is it in and out of the kitchen quick? Is it outdoor fun? Is it summer? Whatever you are excited about right now, that's what you need to share with people. So in whatever form that looks like, whether it's calling people on the phone, sending text messages, sending project broadcast, whatever. But I do want to warn you, because I know social media is great and we can put a post on our Facebook wall. And that's nice because I'm thinking I'm going to post these specials for August and I'm going to get so many bookings because I know I have 5,000 friends on Facebook. So this one post, it's going to be seen by 5,000 people. What better advertisement is there than that? Well, here's a real fact. Do you know that Facebook does not show your post to all of your friends? It picks maybe 25 people to show that post to, if you're lucky. So here I'm sitting with 5,000 friends, only 25 people seeing what I'm posting. Is that beneficial? Maybe. It could be, but I want you to think about your post on Facebook. It's kind of like a bulletin board. You're driving down the side of the road and you see this a billboard. You see, what's your favorite restaurant? Chick-fil-A. Let's say Chick-fil-A. You see a Chick-fil-A sign and it has this juicy looking chicken sandwich on it. And you're like, oh, that looks so good. I think I'm going to get me one of those. Well, then 5 minutes later, you're driving down the road. You already forgot about that, right? Because it wasn't dinner time, whatever. You didn't go buy Chick-fil-A. You didn't call Chick-fil-A and place an order. But what if Chick-fil-A called you and they said, hey, you come on over to the store now and you buy a combo and you get a free chicken sandwich? How likely would you be to go? I like free stuff. Chick-fil-A's calling me. I better go. They're asking me directly. So I better go to Chick-fil-A. I better go buy, pick up that deal, right? It's completely different posting on your wall than it is a direct message. Okay. So we kind of have an idea of what we want to offer them, how we're going to do the show. Now we just have to contact. Yes, we can still post on our Facebook wall, but that's not going to get you the bookings. What's getting you the bookings is you asking. So what are we going to do? We are going to send private messages. We are going to send text to people on our phone list. And what are we going to say to them? I'm going to say, be real, right? Be real. You can say, hey, this may sound out of the blue, but I'm working on a big challenge and I'm wanting to grow my Pampered Chef business. And I need 4 bookings on my calendar for next week. And I'm so excited that my host gets so much stuff for free. On an average, a host gets about $100 worth of free stuff. And when you book in August, you can pick anything in the catalog. It's 60% off. And we're going to throw in an added bonus, I don't even know how much it is, $35 cool and serve bowl, just for helping me out, Holly. I would greatly appreciate that. Can I pamper you with all this free stuff and a week of fun? Would you be willing to help me? Ask them. Tell them why you're contacting them, because you're working on a goal that's important to you. Tell them what they're going to get. You can go on about whatever rewards. Try to make it short and sweet. They don't want to read like a whole paragraph. They'll just pass right by that. Tell them a couple things that they can get, and then ask them directly, would you be willing to be one of my hosts for next week? And whenever I really need bookings, I do give a bonus giveaway. So I will say, I'll give you a bonus spring product for helping me out when your show qualifies. But guess what? Pampered Chef is giving away a bonus spring product for us. They are giving away a cool and serve $30-something bowl to our host just for having a qualified show. So do I feel like I need to offer anything bonus extra? Not really. And I tell them too, Holly, Holly, you're right here on my screen. That's why I keep using your name. But I'll say, Holly, for helping me out and your show reaches $200, I'll make sure you get a bonus cool and serve bowl as a thank you. She didn't have to know she was going to get it anyway, right? I mean, but I think that it means something when it says, I'll give you something for helping me, like you help me, I'll help you thing, right? So that really makes a difference. It does. And if you tell them, I need this by this date, I need 4 shows for next week, would you be willing to help? And then a lot of times I have people come back with an objection. Anybody hear objections? All the time. I can't because I don't know anybody. I don't have any money. Whatever the reason is. You need to have responses to those objections. So Holly is going to say, Jennifer, I'd really like to help you out, but I'm so busy. Holly, I completely understand. I know life is crazy. What's keeping you so busy lately? And so Holly's going to tell me that she has 18 kids and they're all in ball and they're about to go to school. And I'll say, Holly, does your kids' ball team, do they raise money? Do they need money for uniforms or travel fees or anything? Because did you know that Pampered Chef does fundraisers? I would love to do a fundraiser to help your kids' ball team. Right? Or I could go in with, Holly, girl, I know how busy things are. I got 18 kids too, and they drive me crazy. If they don't get back to school soon, I'm going to lose my mind. You know what? We need some comic relief. We need a week full of fun that we can blog the kids out for 15 minutes a day and we can have fun in a Pampered Chef show. Would you allow me to give you all some fun, stress relief? Right? Figure out what you will say to every excuse that someone could come up with. So maybe Cindy says, I don't know anybody. Cindy, I bet you know more people than you think you do. How many friends do you have on Facebook? I can go look and Cindy, I could say, Cindy, you have 300 people on Facebook. Girl, you got friends? Well, I don't really know them. Cindy, it don't matter. You're going to ask everybody and you're going to let them decide if they want to come to your party or not. And you'll be surprised because that girl from first grade used to pull your ponytail. She's going to buy a food shopper. She probably was saying, I've been looking for a Pampered Chef consultant. She's just waiting on you to invite her to a show. Right? Think of, now, first of all, when somebody comes back with a reason or an excuse, you're going to validate their concern because it's a true concern. Holly was worried that she didn't She didn't have time, and Cindy's worried that she doesn't know anyone, and that's a valid concern to her. But we're going to help them overcome that and figure out a way around it. The same thing when you're offering somebody the business. You know, Lauren's like, I don't have the money to buy a kit. Well, Lauren, that's exactly why you need this business. Did you know you can host a show and I can help you get your kit for free? Right? So you can create your own objections, your responses to objections, or I can share one with you. I have a whole list of them. I got a whole list, and I'll share it anyway. We're going to put it in the group after. But again, your personality, your genuine response is what makes the difference. People book parties because they like you. Okay, they can book a party with any old Pampered Chef consultant. They can go online, and I bet they could find a handful of Pampered Chef consultants, but they are picking you because they like you. Be genuine, be real, build connections. I think that was pretty much what I wanted to cover tonight as far as types of parties. Really, the thing that I want you to think about, and this is going to boil down to everybody that's in here. Successful people have the discipline to do the things they need to do, even when they don't want to do them. So Holly said earlier that she did her 30 contacts every day but one. And I'm going to bet that there was more than one day that she didn't feel like doing it. But she did it. She made the contacts. She did the reach outs. Hopefully she got some bookings. I didn't see the chat. Hopefully she got some bookings from it. It's really creating the habits of doing the things. Good habits keep your show calendar full. So when you continue to, even when you book your 4 shows for next week, you continue doing the thing. So then you can book 4 shows for the next week, and then 4 shows for the next week. And you can keep that consistent calendar. And it's all about teaching yourself to instill habits. And we think with anything that we do, it's creating that routine, doing the things over and over and over again until it becomes a habit. And that's exactly how I've gotten to where I am today, is that I consistently did the things even when I didn't feel like it. And then, of course, there were days that I took off, because we have the right to take off and take a break and whatever. But if I took a day off, I would make up the work the next day, or I would spread it out. So here's an example. Back when I was doing cooking shows, I did 2 shows every week, no matter what. And I earned every incentive, everything Pampered Chef offered by doing 2 cooking shows every week, no matter what. Now that's a little different than virtual shows, because with cooking shows, the typical sales are higher. And then you have less cancellation rate, all of that stuff. So I would do 2 shows a week. If I was going on vacation the second week of a month, I would take one of the shows and I would do 3 shows the first week and 3 shows the third week. So I still did the things. So I ended the month with 8 shows. I just spread them out differently. So if I'm committed to working 5 days a week and I am sending 30 messages for 5 days, and I don't feel like doing it on Friday, I want to take that day and take my kids to the zoo or whatever, I'm allowed to do that. I run a business that's flexible. But I would just take those 30 contacts and I would divide them up in the other days, and I would send 40 messages out on 3 of the days to make up that time. Does that make sense how that works? Because if I take that little bit of workload that I was supposed to do on Friday and I just decide I'm not going to do it, period, then I'm not going to get paid, right? If you had a full-time job and you just decide not to go on Friday, they're going to pay you for it? Nope. No, so it's the same idea. You all, once you work as hard for yourself as you would for somebody else. Right? And if somebody hired you to send 30 messages a day, would you send 30 messages a day? Yeah, it doesn't take that long. You just send your messages, be done, go do whatever you got to do. One of the things, sorry, got a tickle in my throat. One of the quotes that really got me, and I think about it all the time. I actually wrote it and put it up near my desk. When I lost my excuses, I found my results. Because there's always an excuse. There's always some reason that we can't do whatever it is we need to do. But you're losing your business that way. So when I lost my excuses, I found my results. When I just got over it and I did the things, I found the results. So Carrie got 12 bookings. Lisa Ann got 7 bookings. Mary got 10 bookings. They did the things. They just got over their whatever excuse, whatever reason that maybe they was holding them back from doing it, and they just did it, and they got the results. So congratulations to you all. And you can absolutely do this. You all deserve this. You deserve to be successful. You deserve to be a top seller and have 8 bookings on your calendar and have money in your pocket. Pampered Chef pays really good money for what we have to do, right? They do. I mean, if you were to think about, I was on Facebook Plan this week and I ended up making $200 in commission. That's pretty good money. I don't know about y'all, but I've wasted way more time than that on Facebook and they didn't pay me nothing. Right? So I know you can absolutely do this. It's just buckling down and getting the bookings and then following through with the bookings. So we asked you all, as the goal for last week was to book 8 shows, actually. 4 for the first week of August, 4 for the second week of August. And then your goal for this week is to book 4 for the third week and 4 for the fourth week. Again, if you have a vacation plan, that's okay. I have a vacation plan the first week of August. So I'm not doing my 4 that week, but I'm splitting those up and doing an extra show each week because that's what I ask of myself. That's my requirements for me, right? And we're saying 4 shows. Now we're giving you that weekly goal because everybody on here said they want to grow their business. And in order to do that, we have to practice. Like we really just have to get some shows going. Those of you that have 12 or more bookings will go into our Major Leagues call series. And our Major League call series is going to teach you to better run those shows. We're going to teach you working with your hosts, partnering with them, having $1,000 shows. We're going to teach you interacting in your shows and things, really getting into the nuts and bolts of how to run a successful show, how to work your Facebook, your VIP pages, how to, work with your host in order to have them join the business, how to talk to people about, having businesses of their own. Like we're going to teach you more of those in-depth things. So in order for us to apply the things that we're teaching you, you have to have parties on your calendar every week. So again, in order to get into the Major League call group, you have to have 12 or more bookings, and we're working on finishing that up this week. And the call schedule, I'll put that out there, but the Major League call series is going to be on Tuesdays at 8:00. Again, if you are busy and life happens, or you have church group, or you have kids ball, or whatever happens for you on Tuesday nights, and if you can't be on the call live, and you've earned your place in the series, you will get a call back too. So don't feel like if you can't be on that call on Tuesdays that you don't need to work to get in there, because you absolutely can. So it's going to be a small group of consultants that are working together to grow their business. Does anybody have any questions? Anybody have any comments? I would love to hear from a couple people that told me that they have bookings on their calendar. I'm trying to find where my chat went. It disappeared on me. Where did it go? Oh, there we are. Okay, here's my chat group. I would love if either Stacy, Carrie, Tone, Mary, any of you all that have 10 or 12 bookings or were successful in grabbing some bookings throughout this week, I would love to hear some tips. I think some other consultants on here would like to hear, what did you say? What did you do? Who did you contact? Yeah, who's got some stuff to share with us?
Mine are pretty much mine are pretty much the same things that we've been doing. I started doing my birthday reach outs, so I bombarded people with those. I do the party favor. In fact, while we're on the call, I'm sending those messages out, so that I can get the initial ask in for parties out of the parties before I send the participation request for a party upgrade. I've been working on doing meal prep parties. So I'm actually hopefully going to start those at the end of August, maybe early September, but I'm already booking those. So 5 meals that you can, pre-make, stick in your freezer for a month, whatever, anytime, using either the rock crock, the multi-cooker, anything that I can find. Regular meal preps. I need a picture of the bento box to put into something, but I can't find one without wording on it that says you've earned this. So I'm looking for that one. But really just, most of you know I work 3rd shift. So at night while I'm in the middle of stuff, I get a couple people, they'll tell me not to message them in the middle of the night, but I send out messages all night long. 6 o'clock in the morning, everybody's getting host coaching. Everybody's getting the, hey, did you see this message from yesterday? Just staying on top of it. I tag people in parties until Facebook tells me I'm not allowed to anymore. So, yeah. And that being said, last week's parties literally all flopped. And as of right now, so are this week's. And I'm not sure what's going on, but I'm booking parties. I'm just not getting sales right now. So, but I'm just going to keep going with it.
All right. So maybe you and I can chat about that in a little bit later too, is maybe figure out what the disconnect might be. And I will tell you all, Facebook's acting kind of wonky. And I think there's not as many people seeing the post as there was before. So that could be affecting it right there. So one of my quick tips on that, Carrie, would be to give your host a text message they can personally send to people outside of Facebook even, and try to collect some orders that way. Maybe do a challenge. Hey, when you collect 5 orders by sending this message out, I'll give you a little bonus. Nothing big, y'all. I don't want you to spend a bunch of money. I want you making money, but something small. People are just enticed by saying, I'll give you something for free. You don't even have to tell them what it is. Just, they get excited about that. So,
and as the Facebook thing, I'm going to agree. I got into a habit of changing my banner every day. So like on Wednesdays, it's about Win It Wednesdays. Thursdays, I do a happy hour. Tuesdays, I do it's Taco Tuesday, that I created. And all of my parties have reverted back to the Monday post of, what's in your pantry.
Hmm.
It every time. It shows in the images that it was there, but every single banner is, even my thank you banners from parties that are closed are just changing to whatever. So
Yeah.
I love Facebook sometimes.
Yeah. Well, thanks for sharing, Carrie. Who else has a different tip? Tom, do you have a different tip? I know you have some great bookings on your calendar.
Pretty much the same things that Carrie said. I definitely do the prize upgrade for the overall party prize winner. I definitely send messages to everybody who joined the party and do the participation prize one. And then the birthday bash. Those are the big ones. That's how I book them. And then for sales, I'm having some of the same issues with Facebook that everybody else is, but I do try to send a quick, short, with no links message to everybody in the party to remind them that like tomorrow's the last day to order, today's the last day to order. And I do get orders from those, and I ask them if they want the link, and then I send it to them, not send links to everybody to try to get around Facebook.
Yeah, that's a great tip because yeah, if you send, more than a handful of links through Messenger, it is going to stop you. But if you're friends with people, you can send messages all day long, pretty much. So great job on that. Yeah, I'm getting tons of birthday bookings. I know we put that verbiage in our group. I think we put it in there last week, but if you go into the little search thing in our Facebook group, you can type in birthdays and it'll come up with all the birthday words and things. I will tell you another way that I get the majority of my bookings is by texting every single person that orders. I text them a thank you for ordering, a very genuine, we appreciate you. Thanks for helping the host. She's earning free stuff. And then I follow it up with, did you know we're looking for one more person to book a party to help Susie host earn a bonus reward? Would you be interested in helping her earn that? I have dates available in August and September, which will work better for you. I get the majority of my bookings through that follow-up text. There is a post also in our org page that says, it has like the different power tools. I call it the power tool post. And it says, which of these, if you could have any of these, which would you pick? And then people comment in it, and then you would send them a message saying, I love that air fryer too. Oh my gosh, I use it for blah, 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 blah. And I go in a couple things that I use it for and say, did you know that when you gather some friends together, a handful of orders in August, I could help you get that for, and then I give them the 60% off price. I could say 60% off, but what does that mean? Like, unless you have a calculator around you, you don't know what 60% off of $289 is, right? So I give them, you could get it for only $130. I don't know what the real price is, but yeah, so I will give them that no matter what they pick. If they pick the blender, oh my goodness, did you know you can ground coffee beans in there? You can make your own homemade nachos for your nacho or your cheese sauce for your nacho night. Did you know that you can get it for only whatever when you grab a handful of orders? And again, sometimes taking the word show out of it releases some of the stress or no, I don't want to do that. You could just say, grab a handful of orders, right? If I gave you an ordering link, would you text it and grab 5 orders? Then you can get it, right? So just again, thinking outside of the box, thinking about creative ways to get people to grab orders. Did anybody use if you love Pampered Chef, pick a number 1 through 50? Did anybody do that from last week? Lauren, how did that go? Did you get response on that or?
I got some, but there's I only have 2 parties going this week and a launch party for my new consultant. It's just been and I'm not making an excuse, but the population where I live of who was invited to the parties, they're really struggling around here. So that's the only issue, the wall that we've been hitting. So I've talked to my consultant, or the one that signed up underneath me. And what I've been doing for myself too is I've been doing what you said. I've put in, you're gonna get a free 1 quart cool and serve, or I've been going back to all the parties that I've had and I've been messaging everyone. And then if they don't see my message, I message them again. And I've even thrown in, you know what, instead of like something, do you want free? I'll throw in $25 of free product. Because if instead of telling them one thing, then they're like, oh, maybe I can get more than one thing for $25 than doing that. And that's how I got 2 of my bookings, just by doing that, because they said, well, I really don't want to party, but I'll do this. But I have to figure out the whole numbers thing, because I haven't really had too much success with that right now.
And I heard you say that you only had 2 parties. So did you, I'm assuming you posted that in parties. You didn't post it on your main Facebook wall?
No, I didn't do it on my main Facebook wall. Simply because I've received messages and stop posting stuff on Facebook, or we're not going to be friends. And I was like, okay, then goodbye.
Bye, Felicia. Why?
But
How's somebody going to tell you what to post on Facebook? Like,
exactly.
So I post, actually the last time I posted that graphic on my main Facebook wall, I had over 120 people comment. I had so many comments, I could not send them all private. Like, I had to take a week to send all the private messages, and I got a lot of bookings from that. It picks up people that aren't in shows. And do I have people that may get aggravated that I post Pampered Chef on there? I don't care. They don't pay my bills, so they have no right to tell me not to post something on there, right? I mean, bye, Felicia. I'll unfriend somebody in a heartbeat if they people post political stuff on Facebook all the time. Do I tell them not to post it on there? No, I'm just selling some food choppers over here, minding my own business.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna post that right now.
But yeah, things like that I want a lot of attention, I'll post it on my Facebook wall, and I may have to post it a couple times because Facebook's not showing all 5,000 my friends. But going back into past parties and posting some things too would be, beneficial. Maybe going in and posting, the specials, or, the 20% off sale, or, this is what you can get when you get some friends together in August. Even if you did a show back in December, go back and post a show, because I could bet there's people that didn't have time in December to book a show, may book a show now. You just never know.
And
Hey, Jennifer. Oh, sorry. I was gonna get around the tagging thing. I've had a lot of people tag me and stuff, and I look at it and I'm like, who is this? What is it? And I've realized they're doing it's at everyone or at everybody. And then every single one of their friends or any person that's like your VIP page or in a party, everybody is getting hit with it. So you'll get a message saying that you've been tagged in something, even though it's not directly to you. Because I've gotten like 40 of those in the last couple of days. So I haven't tried it yet.
Don't try it.
But
don't try it. Don't try it. Jessica Rose did it, and we think it blocked. She did get blocked from Facebook, and we think that's what happened.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't tag at your VIP group. Don't tag at the party. It's been a week from heck for me in Facebook. My personal page has been in Facebook jail since Saturday. My business page has been in Facebook jail since Saturday. I started using my husband's. He got blocked for 30 days. What is it?
Good to know.
Huh?
Good to know. I said good to know.
And then I got him out of Facebook jail and just got him put back in Facebook jail.
Yeah.
So with that said, don't do it because you're messing up with your post my party and everything when that happens. So
yeah, it's not worth all that. I see real quick a question, or Mary said that it's not letting her send friend requests. What if you post something in the show that says send me a friend request to earn 10 tickets into the party prize or something? And then you can either tag everybody or ask your host to tag everyone. So then they are sending you friend requests. Same thing with sending private messages. We can send private messages all day long. A lot of times they will go to an others folder if we are not friends with them. So by asking your guest to send you a message, that opens that line of communication, and then you're able to freely message them. So I always do that at the beginning of the party with a real yummy looking recipe, and I'll show this chocolate lava cake that just makes people mouth water, and I'll say, you want this recipe, send me a private message here, and you'll get 10 points. And then I have people saying, well, I make mine silly. Mine has a little kid looking at its belly and say, get in my belly. So they have to message me, get in my belly, to get the recipe. And so I just have all these random messages, get in my belly, get in my belly. So I send them, that recipe. So, but that opens up that line of communication to those people that I'm not friends with.
I'm going to just add one more thing because I don't want to leave that on a negative, because I have had a bad week with Facebook. It did, and I'm not going to take all credit for it, but Jennifer and I have came up with ways around, and I have gotten well over $2,000 in orders since being in Facebook jail. So there's other ways that you can get your orders in. Now, granted, have I busted my butt and I've sent out messages and and all that. So yeah, so think outside of the box, especially if you're starting to feel like Facebook is hating you for a little bit, to keep you from getting put in jail. Use other resources, because it can be done.
Absolutely. So I know there's lots more that we want to talk about, so much more I want to tell you, but that's what's coming in our Major League Call Series on Tuesday night, starting on August 9th at 8 p.m. So 12 bookings will get you in there, and we can fine tune your business to get you where you want to go. So thank you all so much. Remember, the goal is booking 4 parties for all the weeks, or 4 weeks in August, in and up with at least 12 bookings. My friends, you all have a great night, and I will see you all soon. Happy booking.